Welcome back to the TCO studios. It is winning formula time. Earlier, we focused on bright spots with the offense. Now, let's handle the defense. Bye week, Packers on the horizon, a week and change away. So let's begin here with Pete Bercich, analyst, Vikings Radio Network. The winning formula for better overall defensive play the final 10 games.
I think it comes down to discipline and attention to detail and consistency. You look at Cameron Dantzler and how the game started against Atlanta. He had two really good tackles on the outside, makes Atlanta go to a third down. They heave it deep to Julio Jones. They have him bracketed, but he's on the wrong side of the bracket. Those little things, Paul, in this league, and when you're facing opponents like you're going to see over the next 10 weeks, make a huge difference. They cannot lose concentration for a second. If that just becomes a little more consistent, especially on the back end, I think the defense will do just fine.
Ron, make this defense better right now.
Yeah, I think Pete hit the nail on the head. Cameron Dantzler's alignment, cover 4. You're supposed to be outside the numbers. He's on the numbers. He got confused by where Julio Jones lined up. But Mike Zimmer brought this up. 80 plays. If your defense has to face 80 plays, that's way too much. Kirk Cousins coming into this game was the 42nd ranked quarterback on second down completions. Those things have to change. You change that, and the defense has a chance to maybe only face 54 plays and a better chance of winning some of these games like we saw against Seattle.
Now, Pete, we absolutely recognize patience required for the youth in the secondary for the Minnesota Vikings, specifically rookies Cam Dantzler, Jeff Gladney, and now Harrison Hand, 38, out there running around against Atlanta after Mike Hughes got hurt. Dantzler, Gladney, why is it worth the wait?
Well, I think you're taking 3 guys and they're worth the investment. And that's kind of what we as fans and spectators have to understand, is that we're investing in the future of these 3 defensive backs. You know, Mike Hughes on the field, off the field, I like to see him get that neck thing figured out so he could be consistent, because you have to be on the field every game, every day to get better. But if these guys just get a little bit better week after week after week, by the end of this year, you should have 3 really good defensive options. And then going into next year, wow, we have veterans coming back at these positions, and it's something you're not going to have to worry about for the next 4 years.
Now, let's close with an unheralded nose tackle who, in my estimation, is absolutely a winning formula because he's doing the best he can and he's doing well. His name, Shamar Stephen. That guy is a moving winning formula because nobody ever notices the good things he does because he doesn't get sacks or TFLs, but he's doing his job incredibly well. Ron, Shamar Stephen is a winning formula.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch this last Falcons game, he knifed in, got skinny, and was able to meet the running back head on in the backfield and tackle him for a loss. So plays like that are going to happen the more opportunities he gets. When he's on the field, he is absolutely disruptive, but 3rd and 11, that's the problem. When he's doing his job to force 2nd and long, 3rd and long, these rookie defensive backs have to do a better job of understanding just technique. We know they have the skill. It's technique.
And the other thing about Shamar is he moved from 3 technique to nose, and for the fans, they're like, well, he moved 1.5 feet on the ground. What's the big deal? It's a totally different animal. Linval Joseph, Paul, was one of the best at what he did, and we only mentioned his name a handful of times during games. It's just a position that doesn't, garner a lot of attention. However, you look at the Seattle game, we were able to slow down Carson in the Seattle running game with 2 safeties deep for a majority of the time. If we are able to do that defensively, the big reason is Shamar Stephen up front, and he's doing a great job.
Hey, let's make some hay over these final 10, win some games, and that includes next week. It's Green Bay, and we can't wait to game plan for the top team in the division. For Ron Johnson and Pete Bercich, I'm Paul Allen. From the TCO studios, on behalf of the Vikings Entertainment Network, that's Vikings Game Plan, and thanks for watching.